Live from Michiana.
Just in the last hour, we learned John Glenn Schools is now on a 2-hour delay because of this gas leak. This is what you're going to see as soon as you come downtown North Liberty. Road closed signs. It's an intersection that has worried neighbors in this area for years, but now with pieces like this of broken cars in their yards, they say enough is enough. If you take a look out my windshield here, you can see pretty much completely white roads, piles of plowed snow, and the worst of it, from what I've been seeing driving up here today, is the blowing snow. It just keeps getting deeper. It's almost up to my knees out here.
There was a fourth child who was also struck who is in critical condition.
A young girl walking from this park actually towards downtown when she says she was grabbed by a man when she refused to get inside of his car. Some say they feel the problem starts here at the intersection of Bristol and Johnson, where 4 lanes come down to 2. It's not like they don't have security cameras. You can actually see multiple of them right here on the side of this building. But they say you can help with something as simple as a note card. Imagine this, sitting on your couch in your living room, and this is the view you have outside of your living room window. It's your voice, your vote. We're getting our first chance to meet some of the candidates who want to represent the city of South Bend on the Common Council. Thousands of people coming to South Bend to hear what Mayor Pete has to say. You can see here in pegs behind me, they have a screen set up. They're going to be projecting his speech today. It's been 10 days since Howard Schultz first said he was considering running for president. For now, that's still a consideration. He says he hasn't made a solid decision whether or not he will run for president. A quiet park tucked in a small community.
It's a very rare occurrence, very random, especially here in the city of Bridgman.
But a community now a little on edge.
I'm feeling kind of shocked and kind of scared because, I mean, that could have been my kid or one of my friend's kids.
Alicia Wismer lives just steps away from Toth Park. That's where police say the 11-year-old girl was leaving when she was asked by a man in a black car if she needed a ride. When she said no,
he exited his car with a ski mask on and tried to grab her by one arm. She fought him off or pulled away and broke the grasp and continued running down the street.
It prompted the superintendent of Bridgman Public Schools to send out an alert to parents.
We as a school district and I as the leader of the school district feel it's good to get the information out to parents. The more people that we can have out and about watching and looking will continue to keep our kids safe.
He also added a few safety tips like staying on well-lit streets and walking in groups. Those tips police are urging people to follow. And as they continue to investigate,
I want to remind everybody that this is a safe community.
And for parents like Wismer, who has a 7-year-old daughter, it's a chance to teach kids about stranger danger.
We certainly did sit down with her and told her about what happened. It is a small community around here and everything, and we got to look out for each other.
Would you vote for him if he did run for president?
Definitely.
Over other Democratic candidates?
Pretty much, yes.
Buttigieg's campaign so far has already impressed some.
I think he just has more of a vision.
But could this mayor from Indiana gain enough votes to win the presidency?
When I first heard it, I thought this is a real long shot.
I most likely will vote against Trump, meaning get Trump out of office. And I don't think Pete will have enough votes for him to get Trump out of the office.
I believe, yeah, he would get a lot of votes.
From Elkhart to South Bend and Mishawaka, many said the same thing.
I think he's done good things for South Bend.
He's done a lot of great stuff for the city.
I think he's done a great job in South Bend.
But some say what's happening, or rather what's not happening in South Bend, should actually cost Pete some votes.
And you talk to people of South Bend, their most important things are infrastructure and safety, and both of those is what South Bend lacks. I mean, I'm reminded of it every day when I come to school down Mishawaka Avenue, going towards South Bend's portion of Mishawaka Avenue, and I'm hitting pothole after pothole.
And for that reason,
he would not be a candidate I support. If a guy can't cover the 2 most important issues that to his residents, safety, infrastructure, then it's probably not a candidate I'd want to back.
Others had different reasons for not backing Pete for president.
I believe in one man and one woman.
I think the American public are still too conservative to accept, people other than what they consider the norm.
But no matter the outcome, folks in Michiana feel a run from Mayor Pete could mean good things for South Bend.
It's, great. It brings our name out into the national spotlight, and especially if he does well, then, that could bring a lot of attention to South Bend.
He was the most goal-driven young man I think anyone has ever met. Zach had an amazing ability to make everyone a friend.
A young man with a big heart in more ways than one.
He had a checkup at the school, and when they did the physicals, you know, you could pay to have it done at the school. And the doctor thought she heard a heart murmur, so we went to the doctor and they did an echo cardiogram, and it was fine. And we thought, okay, we're in the clear. This is good. We don't have anything to worry about. That was in 2014, and something changed.
In July of 2018, Teresa Mago lost her son.
It was not unusual for him to take a nap, and he just didn't wake up. He had no idea, and we had no idea.
The heartbroken mom went on a search for answers.
Getting answers and just understanding it, that was driving me. I had to understand. Like, I had to know why.
7 months later, she found out it was an enlarged heart and sudden cardiac arrest.
That's exactly when everything started to just really come together very quickly.
She created the Zach Mago Foundation, dedicated to making sure no family in her community has to go through the pain she's feeling.
Doing heart screenings help not just the kids, but the families.
Go ahead, lift it.
It's absolutely worth it. Even if we catch none, we'll know. Parents can know that their child is okay.
Everything looks nice.
He would have went on to do great things. Now he's doing greater things. He's saving lives. I think people are naive. I was naive. So I think people are naive and they don't know about it, and you don't think it's going to happen to you.
She's set a goal of 1,000 screenings a year.
We'd be screening at the same schools, but it's not just one screening that you need to do. You need to do two. You need to do a screening 2 years later. And maybe had we known that, Zach would have been screened again in 2016, and we would have maybe realized that his heart was changing. We play like 22 games in basketball. It would be a beautiful thing to be able to screen most of the kids at those schools.
A bittersweet feeling.
I don't have my son, but we're saving lives.
After a year of painful firsts.
We'll get a lot of the firsts will be done, but every year, holidays, birthdays, you know, we have Mother's Day. Those are hard, but other moms will wake up and have their child because of Zach. So that is a blessing, and that makes me feel good. And that's it. Aside from having Jillian and Matthew, it's a huge reason to celebrate Mother's Day. Definitely.